You know what happens? You know what
Most
happens?
excited. What?
You know what happens when I get excited?
What happened?
Okay. Well, that was unexpected.
What happened?
Hey, folks, how's it going? I'm not sure what happened there, but we're just gonna go with that. I'm not gonna stop that. I'm not sure why that. Okay. Two guys talking without wearing pants.
Did we have an
Yeah.
intro?
No.
I heard nothing.
Oh, I'm stupid. Hey, we're started.
Let's go. Hey guys, welcome.
Yeah, we've been
Season
started.
6, episode 3.
Yeah, Austin didn't get to see that. You guys got to hear 3 seconds of intro music, and then it cut out. And I'm
Did they get
stupid.
the first half or the second half?
Oh, it started at the very beginning
Okay.
of the song, and then played for all of 3 seconds, and then I'm an idiot and didn't edit that intro video properly. I know what I did wrong. As soon as it happened, I was like, yep.
What are you drinking there, sir?
Oh.
Cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Cream soda.
I love this stuff.
I've got... Oh, you can't see it. Oh, no. Pecan pie. Cider. With the slogan of, stick it in your pie hole. I wish you could see that.
Is it hard?
It is hard.
Okay.
So hard. 6% hard.
I've been drinking some I've got this real big glass skull mug that perfectly fits a healthy dose of whiskey.
Yeah.
And 2 cans of Dr. Pepper.
Ooh. Because the one you were drinking out of last week, that fit 1 can of Dr. Pepper, right?
Yeah.
This and a healthy dose of whiskey.
Yeah.
Now you got a big one that
I've got a bigger one. Yeah, I've got a bigger one.
Oh, no.
And I've been putting Jim Beam honey.
You can. This is America.
I mix Dr. Pepper cream soda with Jim Beam honey. And
that's delicious.
It's good.
Love it.
So how have you been doing?
Been pretty good. I'm excited, man. I just worked my last Thursday and Friday of the year, and so
nice.
I'm pretty pumped up about that.
I mean, I won't be back till Wednesday.
Wait.
And I've only got to work 2 days this next week.
Nice.
But there'll be very, very little work being done. Just so you know.
Good.
It's Christmas week. It's Christmas week. And I show up to work on Christmas week, but I don't work.
Yeah. You just want to make sure you get that holiday pay. Day before, day after.
Day before, day
after. For all
after.
of you kids listening, that is a pro tip. A lot of, even adults don't know.
Yeah,
if you want that holiday pay, you got to come to work the day before the holiday and the day after. Too many people dip out and they're like, "Oh, I'm not getting my holiday pay." Like, you should have read the handbook, or just
I don't read that thing.
I
just know by experience.
You've been around the sun a few times.
A few times. So, anything interesting? Oh, we had we'll jump right into our first topic. Did you know that there was an Indie World Direct from Nintendo this week?
I can't say for 100% sure. I mean, I know obviously you brought it up, so I'm sure there was.
No, there wasn't. I'm just.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There was.
Wait, was there or no?
Yeah, there was. Okay. They did a 23-minute direct.
I think I saw like a blip of somebody like commenting about a comment about it, and I just kind of just blew it off. Just kept scrolling. Didn't even think about it.
That actually, me bringing it up reminds me that I keep meaning to check on one of the games that they shadow dropped at that direct.
Okay.
Which was I think that dropped like Wednesday. And there was really hardly anything of note. There was there was a lot of good looking games. It was like, oh, these look forward to these Christmas of 22. Whoa, I'm gonna have to
blur that one out.
I don't have to blur that out, but yes, you're not wrong.
We are.
I'm just gonna leave it in.
Sorry, audio people. Got to follow us on YouTube if you want the sweet behind the scenes action.
I'm not gonna promise anything because it probably won't happen. But there was a party game. There was a board game / party game that shadow dropped.
Ooh, I love
Wednesday. It was by Oink. It was something by Oink Games.
Something by Oink Games.
It was by Oink Games, and I've heard of Oink Games. We've looked at some of their board games, I believe, because one of the games on there.
So they're board game people, but they dabble in. Well, they're moving into video games right now.
Sounds like they decided. From what I think, and take this as fact because I'm making this up as I go.
Of course.
That it sounds like it's a board game company that was like, hey, let's print money by making a development studio and putting some of our board games in video game form and dropping it on the Switch eShop.
Let's Play Oink Games.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
And it's like a collection of a couple of their classic board games.
Yeah, such as Deep Sea Adventure.
That's the one
Startups.
I want. Because I've been
Fake Artist Goes to New York and Moon Adventure.
Mm-hmm. How much does it say? How much it is? Because I haven't even looked it up.
It's can be purchased digitally for $21.99.
Oh, I'm definitely picking that one up.
And they say it's a timed console exclusive. Yep. So does that mean it'll go away in a month or two or something?
No, it'll only be on the Switch for that exclusive for that period. After that period, it could potentially go to like PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Xbox or
so
Steam.
For a limited time, only Switch people are getting it.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I want to pick that one up, and then I'll move my Switch over to the big TV and play with the family. We've been board gaming it up lately, and if it's only $21,
heck yeah.
Because I think that the Deep Sea one, I think that's one that I actually looked for that. I was actually going to buy that game at Wizards Asylum the other day. I think that's the game I was looking at.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It is a winner of a first Game Market Grand Prize, so...
There you go.
The basis, a group of adventurers got together on a submarine to try and gather the treasures that sleeps at the bottom of the sea. Everyone's all geared up in their diver suits, but riding in a very old submarine. That means sharing the same oxygen tank. If one of them dives too deep, the other divers' lives will be on the line. Will the adventurers be able to make it back to the submarine alive?
Man, that sounds like a game that we could play at your house, and I could kill everybody. Well, like Forbidden Desert.
I'm sure you would. At least the first go around, you would.
Oh, this game is co-op?
You're like, what would happen if I dove all the way to the bottom? We're like, no.
So you're saying if I flip this Oasis tile when I'm full of water, it wastes it? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flip that.
Yeah, you're like, I don't believe you. Flip it. It's wasted.
So,
we still haven't beat that game, have we?
We've played it twice and lost both times, and we didn't even. The first game, we didn't even play by the rules,
and we still lost.
We still lost. We played house rules that made it easy mode, and still lost. Yeah. That game's tough.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those that I wouldn't buy myself, because I was just going to say, us knuckleheads in our friend group can't beat it. I know me, the wife, and kids can't beat it.
You weren't over there that night that we've tried to play Oregon Trail, were you?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, that was one that we got just utterly destroyed 2 games in a row, and Mark's like, I'm never playing this again.
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
It was so bad. Like, at least in that desert game that we played, I'm like, I could kind of see where maybe we could win eventually, but Oregon Trail was like,
we had the win.
It was so close.
We were there on that last one.
If we would have had one fewer turn.
Yep.
Like, that's what killed us, is everybody was in position, but everybody had to move one more time, and that's what killed us. And we had 5 people.
I think if we would have played with the easy rules from the first game, we would have won that one.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But we realized we read the rules wrong, and we lost. So, how do you think you're gonna do round 1 of playoffs, there, boss?
I think I'm gonna win.
Spurts.
It's tough, man. All my guys are really hurt.
Well, just so you know, as soon as I'm eliminated from playoffs, which I've been eliminated for a while, but first week of playoffs that I'm not in, Mahomes decides to score 30 points.
Of course. This is the part of the season where everybody, like, the roles flip, and because all the good players have been so good, the reason they're so good is that they've been playing so hard, and now they're all hurt, and all the people who are sucky are now like, let's exploit that weak defense, and now they're scoring.
Now, I did get a good pickup, and I think Mark might be a little mad. He dropped Myles Gaskin, running back from Miami.
Yeah,
he was on he was on the COVID list. No, he actually is not bad. He scores between 10 to 15 points every game. He's a mid-tier running back. I've only got low bottom tier running backs that are projected to do 0 points. Gaskin was on the COVID list and this morning got cleared to play. And he was a free agent projected to score 11 points. And all my running backs are all either questionable or not even going to see the field. Have you heard the big... Oh, let's talk NFL. Have you heard all the big news coming out of NFL this week?
I've heard that all I've heard is Urban Meyer out after only 13 games.
Fired.
Go.
He got fired late Wednesday night. Like, that's everybody crazy. Woke up Thursday morning and is like,
now, was there any other reason other than that he was just terrible? Like
he did some things.
Did so bad with all these supposed to be like awesome picks.
He did some things. He so there was the Cincinnati game, because he's from Ohio. And when they went to play in Cincinnati, after they got just dismantled and lost badly, NFL protocol states that everyone is to jump on the plane or bus and leave as a team.
Right.
He decided to hang back. He didn't fly out with the team. He went to a club.
Oh, snap.
Went and had a dinner. Spent time, because he was sticking around to see his grandkids. Right. There was a picture of him and some girl that wasn't his wife.
Like that's like way back, him. Right? That was like months ago.
This was like week 5 or 6.
And they're just now firing him because of that?
That was a strike. He got a big fine for that, got in trouble for it. He started blaming everybody but himself for why they were losing. His whole coaching staff was garbage. He cut a high-profile kicker because he's like, going into the season, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like one of the most accurate kickers like in history. Like his accuracy is like awesome, but he's having a down year, and I guess he kicked the kicker in practice.
Like physically kicked him?
Yeah. Hey, blankety blank, stop missing so many blanking kicks. And like, I guess the kicker was doing like some stretch and was in the middle of a stretch, and he kicked him in the back of the thigh.
Wow.
And yeah, just nothing good.
Right?
Other news. The NFL had their first postponed games. Going to happen this week.
Really?
I've got the article pulled up. Cleveland and Las Vegas were scheduled to play Saturday. They're now playing Monday night at 5.
Because of COVID?
Due to spike in COVID cases.
Like, is it for the teams or the city or
the teams? Cleveland had like 20-some players, and I think Stefanski, the head coach, he's the Cleveland head coach. He's out for COVID. Mayfield's out for COVID. I think all of their running backs and wide receivers are out for COVID, so they're going to postpone the game till Monday night. Minnesota and Chicago, who were supposed to play Oh no, Minnesota and Chicago is the Monday night game. Washington and Philadelphia, Seattle and Los Angeles are going to be played on Tuesday night at 7.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Washington's got like 25 players out on the COVID list right now.
Yeah, Washington.
Our third starting quarterback, it's got COVID. But, yeah. Basketball's postponing. I think the Chicago Bulls haven't played in over a week. The Calgary Flame basketball team, but they sometimes play hockey. They've been postponed for a couple games. I mean,
basketball's been really sketchy. Thankfully,
basketball has been.
My opponent has been also dealing with some stuff, but I've had so many players that are just out. Like, it's probably 30% of my roster is out. It's wild.
What? God dang it. I just checked my basketball. Basketball's infuriating me. I picked up a player on an acquisition.
Yeah.
That was supposed to do good for me tonight. I think I just picked him up. Yeah. He entered the health and safety protocols. Was that late this morning? It's like I can't keep anybody. Paul George is out. LeBron's playing tonight. That'll help me. I'm playing Frazier in hockey and basketball this week. He's destroying me in hockey, but I'm barely beating him in basketball.
Out of my 13 players, I have 6 out. Not counting the one that's on injured reserve. So I really have 7.
In basketball?
I've got 6 out, yeah, and 1 player day to day. So over half my roster is like not playing. It's rough. And now I am down by 100 points. Oh, score update. More than 100 points.
Who are you playing today for this week?
I'm playing Thor.
Oh, so I need you to lose that game. That puts me 1 game plus being behind. That means I'm not as at risk of missing playoffs. I'm comfortably in 4th. I'd like to be.
You want me to lose?
Well, yeah, that means we can.
Like, wouldn't you want? Because I only have 1 loss. So wouldn't you want all the players who are behind you to lose?
No, but if they lose too, but I'm comfortably ahead of all of them. Nope, that's hockey. I don't care about hockey. I decided to care about hockey, and then I realized that that's just a waste of my time. Also move my roster around, but I'm not doing any movements. The closest. So I'm 5-3. The closest team to me is 4 teams that are 3-5.
I need this Milwaukee game to keep going into overtime. Like, right now, I need Milwaukee to score 2 points in the last 19 seconds because one of my centers is playing and he's got 45 points right now, and their game is in overtime.
He just keeps racking up points.
And he just keeps racking up points. So I'm like,
well,
right now it's a 2-point difference. So if they can somehow tie it again, go into double overtime, Jonas can score a couple more buckets, give me a few more points.
Well, I
don't really need the win, but man.
I have Bobby Portis for Milwaukee. And
so you're in the same boat.
No, he didn't even suit up.
Oh.
It's good times. Good times. Hey, did you watch a movie?
I did.
Do we want to not so
retro movie review?
You're still gonna hear that come across. Too lazy to change it. We watched Fatman.
Yes.
This movie was something else.
I am so eager to hear what you thought of this movie because
I don't know what I think about this movie.
Wow.
How
do we even want to start this? Do we?
It was
want to
all
give
over
our
the
opinions?
place. Liked it.
Yeah. What really surprised me is, and it's just so hard to describe because, as we mentioned last week, this is the premise. A 12-year-old boy got coal for Christmas, and he's a spoiled rich kid, and so he hires an assassin to go kill Santa Claus. So that premise is already like, okay, but what they don't tell you is that Santa Claus has, he's, oh crap, because of his line of work, he's often attacked, he's often shot at, he is very adept with a firearm.
Well, he's living off of government subsidies.
Yeah, because
he's almost going to have to shut Christmas down because he can't afford to live.
Right, because of the U.S. government, because the North Pole, quote unquote, he's actually based out of Alaska. So when the United States purchased Alaska, they also happen to encompass Santa Claus and his operations. But of course, they're the U.S. government. They find out. So they're like, hey, if you want to keep, we like you doing this because when you do this, it boosts our economy. Mm-hmm. And so they cut him a check based on how many presents he gives out. And then kids are becoming brattier and brattier. He's giving less presents. The government's like, oh, you get less money. Santa's like, I can't pay my bills with that. So they're like, well, if you and your elves make us fighter jets, we'll go ahead and make up for that. And he's forced to do that again. I mean, he doesn't want to, but he kind of has to pay the bills. All of this sounds completely ridiculous. Yes. The movie is not campy at all. Like, you would expect, like, some tongue-in-cheek something. Like, some really cheesy, like, Santa Claus is coming to slay. Or something, something crazy campy. But it is dead serious the whole movie.
And there was... I laughed at a few things in the movie just because I'm a weird, sick individual sometimes.
I mean, there was some funny, like, there's adult moments. Like
Mel Gibson, awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was good acting.
Yeah,
it was really. I mean, the premise is crazy, but the movie was really good. It was a well-produced film.
That kid putting the hit out on that girl that beat him in the frickin' science fair.
Yeah.
At the end, he wanted to kill his grandma because she was trying to figure out who was stealing her money.
Yep.
Like, good night. I'm gonna ruin this movie. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Galore. I'm gonna spoil this movie because
like I said, do spoiler alert in the comments. Fatman spoiler alert.
It came out in 2020, but it's not. I don't like Peacock. I don't like watching TV on Peacock. It has got so many ads. Frustrating. That's probably why nobody knows this movie exists. Let's jump into the Metacritic here, real quick.
So the movie that I thought that this was, I would have thought that this would have got like a 35. But it was so well produced and the acting was so good. I think the critics gave it a 51.
24 critics gave it, and you were close on your first close. It was 40.
Oh.
The only thing I could think of that why the critics and people didn't like this is because of how adult themed of a Santa movie it was. 61 users out of 10. What do you think on that one?
Oh, goodness. The users, 5.9.
You were close, 6.3. So the critics, 5 positive, 11 mixed, 8 negative.
Ooh.
Users 31 positive, 21 mixed, 9 negative.
I want to know some of these negative comments.
Whoa, don't do that.
Like, what would you not like about it?
Yeah.
You don't like Santa taking bullets?
This guy gave it this critic gave it a 0. As funny as a mass shooting at the North Pole, and relying on just such a finale to sell it. Fatman is one of the epic
supposed to be funny.
miscalculations of any cinematic holiday season.
It wasn't supposed to be funny. I think they, like I did, they kind of went in expecting a campy comedy type movie. It wasn't a comedy. It wasn't supposed to be. So I think they just missed the point completely.
This user said, interesting twist to a Santa story, but it feels too dumb. I mean, I know it's not supposed to be taken seriously, but still. This was a pretty serious Santa movie. I mean, it was
pretty serious.
Yeah. 0 out of 0 is the worst movie I've seen in years, probably in my life. I really want my money back and time back, despite I'm really tolerant with bad movies. With a crazy premise, you would expect some smart, surprising, or whatever in a positive sense. I guess people just don't like movies these days.
I mean, and I think it's like, going back to what you said, it kind of sounds like it's a Santa movie, and they don't like mixing violence with Santa theme.
It's almost like it's a taboo thing to do. It's like, you can't do that.
Right. Who knows? But they did it. Mel Gibson, always pushing the limits.
I like the fact that they touched on the whole kids are horrible.
Right.
Christmas spirit is going away.
Yep.
We need, like, at the very end, it hit the mark when he's like, I'm taking a more proactive approach on fixing the world. Like, he threatened that boy. If your grandma dies not of natural causes, yeah, I'm coming after you. Shows him his eye.
Yeah. It's just like, I wonder, is he immortal? Like, or invincible?
Yeah, I believe so.
If he gets shot in the face, he has scars all over his body.
I don't think he's. I think he's like a Wolverine kind of thing, where he just heals really fast. He heals fast enough that no wounds can really kill him. I mean, I guess if the assassin would have lopped his head off, that might have done it. You know?
Right. We gotta wait for a Fatman too. I need some more backstory.
I would love to see a second one.
Like a prequel. Like,
what'd you think of the elves? The elves cracked me.
They were great. All of them were great.
I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna show them. I thought it was, but then it was like it jumped into it, and they're all numbered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just numbers.
Can we do that at work?
Kind of. We all have numbers.
Can I be? I claim 69.
420.
There you go.
Oh goodness.
And nobody, even if I quit or die, nobody can have my number because it'd be disrespectful.
Yeah, that'd be dishonorable.
Dishonorable. That's it.
Yeah. No. I like how you operate.
So, Common Sense Media. I'm already kind of.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this one's good. This is gonna be good. Jeffrey M. Anderson.
Okay, I don't recognize that name. That's a good new one.
He gives it a 16 plus 3 stars.
Okay.
It says Gibson's darkly funny Santa Claus movie is violent, profane. Why is everybody thinking this was a funny movie? Was this labeled as a comedy?
I don't think so.
Was it?
Because I guess if it was labeled a comedy, they missed the mark. It wasn't funny at all.
Genres.
I mean,
comedy on Metacritic.
really? On Metacritic. But what
Metacritic?
about Peacock? What does Peacock say?
I closed my Peacock tab.
Let me see if I can just pull it up. Just see what it says. Because it really wasn't funny.
I didn't see it as a comedy. Oh, by the way, and
It says comedy. It says action, comedy, fantasy. Not funny. I'm glad I didn't think it was going to be funny, because I would have been very disappointed. Yeah, that makes up for it.
I could see why this reviewed poorly. They mislabeled it. Mrs. Claus was awesome.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
She freaking pulls out that freaking musket to end it at the...
Shoot that assassin right there, yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right.
You can tell she's been around too. They've run into some stuff. I want a backstory.
Yeah.
I want to see where they get their skills.
So, parents say age 15 plus 3 stars based on 2 reviews. Granted, this is a new movie, so kids say age 13 plus 3 stars based on 2 reviews.
Okay.
So they gave it a, I mean, all that. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into on some Common Sense Media.
Oh, man.
All right. Positive messages. I would give this a solid 3. Because
I would say 2, but what do you give me your 3?
Just Santa Claus in general. I mean, he's, even when everything's down, he's, got a good attitude about stuff. He helps that guy not get with that bartender.
That's true.
He sees the good in people.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
if
that's more of a positive role model, right? We're talking about positive message here.
Good prevails. Okay, I'll knock it down to a 1. Remember what I said for the next one.
One's fair. 1 or 2. Oh, that's fair.
So the movie is, they gave it a 1.
Okay.
Movie is fairly pessimistic, asserting that an increasing percentage of the world's population is bad and not deserving of gifts. While movie ends on a positive note, it's hard to shake idea that it doesn't represent very much happiness, niceness. A nasty, scheming child does get his comeuppance.
Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, he does.
All right, positive role models representation. No, it's just positive role models. No representations.
No representation.
Just positive role models.
Positive role model.
I would have gave this one a 3. I'll move my 3 over here.
I agree with the 3.
They don't agree with us, but
what did they say? A 1?
1.
Oh, of course they would.
In theory, Santa Claus gets at least a few points. We gave it 1 point for being a role model, bringing joy to the world, etc.
Right.
But this version of him is grumpy and surly and unafraid to resort to violence. In the end, he looks forward to a brighter future, but much pessimism still remains, and a departure from the typical lack of representation in many holiday movies. Miss Claus is black.
Yeah, that's...
What? No, that's how he ended that sentence.
That's how he ended it?
Yeah, that's the end of his positive role models.
Oh gosh.
Interracial Santa Claus movie.
I don't throw around the term often, but I'm wondering about Common Sense Media a little bit. They might be a little on the R side of things.
I'm picking that up because they like to point it out.
You remember that last one?
Yeah. I read that stuff.
It's like, yeah, it's like they made it sound like it was a bad thing, and I'm like, what?
They kind of made that one sound like it was a bad. Like, oh, we're gonna give it two. We're gonna give it a 2 or 3, but because of this.
Yeah, I don't know. Common Sense Media, you might be getting canceled.
I might have to send a strongly worded email and then never hit send.
I'm contacting the NAACP. I want them to read these reviews.
Violence.
Violence. 5.
Austin's at a 5 right now for what he just heard. But what about the movie?
Oh, the movie was probably a 4.
I'd give it a 4.
There was some blood. I would say 3 or 4. It's
because based off of what we've said in the past, of a 5 is the worst we've ever seen violence-wise,
right,
and a nothing is absolutely nothing. They gave it a 5. I'd give it a 4.
5. Yeah, I would say like 3.5 or 4, but because towards the end there was some, there was quite a bit of blood and people getting shot and all that.
Which, like,
there wasn't a whole lot of gore, so that's why I'm just like teetering on a 3 or a 4.
Because early on, when the bad guy was assassinating people, it never actually showed them get shot.
Right.
It showed them. It showed the gun. You heard the gun, then you never saw them again.
Right.
You just assumed that he missed. It would. All right, let's see what they got to say. Guns and shooting. Good start. One child threatens another with electric shock.
Yep.
Character threatens to kill members of a child's family. Main character shot in his side. Bloody wound shown. Which, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Main character's eye shot out.
Yeah.
Many minor characters shot. Why do we care if they're not main characters? Characters are killed. Bloody corpse. Bloody spurts. Blood spots. Trails in snow. A child hires a man to kill Santa Claus. That's the whole synopsis.
Right.
Characters arm broken in martial arts class. Stabbing, fighting, hitting someone with chunk of firewood. Kicking.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, they worded it very well for if they wanted to make it a 5. So
that kicking at the end just pushing.
I forgot about the broken arm. The broken arm definitely made it a 4.
I broke his arm. I broke his arm. I
Yeah.
broke his arm. Yeah, we could hear the snap. Yes.
Yeah, that kind of stuff makes you go, ooh. A little too realistic.
So, fairly accurate on the description there.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the this is sex. I haven't clicked on it yet, but I think I know what they're gonna say based on what they gave it.
I would give it a 1.
I was gonna say a 1.
Yeah, because that
I could give it a 1.5 because of the bartender talking to the guy at the end about the presents. That gives it a 0.5 point.
Right, which you could round up to a 2.
Which could be a 2, but they gave it a 3.
What? No.
Santa and Miss Claus kiss and are shown lying in bed, presumably after naughty time. They said the other word, but I'm going to use naughty time. Santa shown shirtless. Holy crap. Mel Gibson still looks good.
All those scars.
Flirting, which that cracked me up too, how he flirted with Miss Claus, like almost the entire movie. That cracked me up. Character considers being unfaithful to spouse. Which I mentioned that one.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, the guy at the bar. Yep. That Santa prevented.
Yep.
Being the positive role model that he is.
Mm-hmm. I like that guy. He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
Language.
This one was tough. It started to pick up towards the end in the same time as the violence. I would probably just give it a 3, but it wouldn't surprise me if they gave it a 4 because there were some pretty bad words said.
For once, this is like one of the few times I agree with them. It's a 4. I'd have gave it a 4. The main bad guy threw F-bombs the entire movie. Sometimes it was funny, sometimes it was like, why was that one put in there? Basically, I'm not gonna read what he has to say here because it would get us in trouble. I don't know what this word is that he blanked out. PR-K. I don't know what the hell.
Oh, like a PP?
Maybe?
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 Like an IC? Maybe?
Yeah. Nah,
Maybe.
that's the word I
Maybe.
thought it was, but I was like, wait, why would you... okay. But, yeah, all the words. All the big words. A lot. It's not like just one or two. He throws F-bombs almost every conversation.
Did he?
The main bad guy. He was... Like, he was on the phone trying to find Santa Claus, and he threw an F-bomb, and the guy's like, don't cuss at me. I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't remember. Like I said, I remember it picked up in the second half and it
Yeah.
started getting kind of crazy. But the first half seemed pretty clean.
All right, consumerism. Oh gosh, dang it! This
I
guy's
wish-
stupid.
No, I'm trying to think if there was any like branding or anything. I can't. It's all the post office. I don't know, a 2.
They gave it a 1.
Okay, that's fair.
Apple computer shown.
Okay.
The assassin guy, when he was searching for Santa, he was on his Apple computer. I saw it. I'm like, oh, he's using a MacBook. Oh, good for him.
I hate consumerism because you never know
No.
what they're talking about. Like, are they talking about it's Santa Claus? Like,
Yeah, it was
Santa movies are popular. Like, I have no clue what they mean when they say consumerism.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Consumerism
it's
is
like,
kind of a wild card.
yeah, it's
they
like
can put
brand is
anything in
shown. Something produced a toy. They were buying stuff that movie. It's just like
They could have given this a
there's-
3 and said Mel Gibson's a popular actor.
exactly. You have no idea.
And you can go
no
buy
idea
his
what-
other the kids might want to go out and buy his other movies. Somebody might
Ex-
accidentally stumble upon Lethal Weapon because they watch this
Yeah.
movie.
Exactly. Their Alexa might pick up Mel Gibson and then suggest 3 other Mel Gibson movies
Yeah.
in the background while they're
Yeah.
watching this. You know?
All right.
So,
Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
ooh, this one's a good one. This one is at least a 3 and maybe a 4.
I'd have gave it a 3 because of the multiple times he goes to the bar. One time orders milk, but he goes to the bar a couple times. Mrs. Claus buys him cigars, which I don't know if he's ever
Yeah.
smoking those.
I think he smoked one. I think he lit one up.
The bad guy was smoking cigarettes on and off throughout the movie. There was a fair amount.
Yeah.
But they gave it a 2.
Wow. Okay.
Drinking in bar, beer and shots. Main character carries a flask and smokes a cigar. Villain smokes
Oh, that's right.
cigarettes.
Mrs. Claus pulled that flask out. And he's like, it's cold. Or what did he say? It's like,
Yeah, it's
it's
cold.
pretty below or something like that. I don't
Pretty
remember.
cold. Drink the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Milk doused with fentanyl. That was a funny. Oh, fentanyl. That would have done the trick.
Yeah, he just chugs it.
Have you ever seen anybody throw a Alka-Seltzer tablet into a shot of whiskey?
No, what did he call that?
I know
It had a name. It was
I missed what he said, but
yeah, it had a name. And she just had it like, oh yeah, that's a common drink. Here's your Alka-Seltzer and your
oh, that's
whiskey.
right. She did hand that to him, didn't she?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was a thing. I want to go back and find out. I'm actually going to Google that right now.
Yeah, that's
Just
like
so all of our kids can know what it is. Let's see.
while you're looking that up. It says parents
Yeah.
need to know. Parents need to know that Fatman is an action fantasy movie that imagines Santa Claus as a grumpy, drinking, gun-toting tough guy who has to fight when a young boy hires a hitman to kill him. Grumpy, drinking, gun-toting tough guy.
Yeah, he is kind of grumpy.
That might be the name.
I haven't found it yet.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the name of that cocktail.
Oh.
And
I can look it up here in a minute.
there is one called the Crack of Dawn, which is a scrambled egg infused whiskey mixed with Alka-Seltzer and a triple shot of espresso.
That sounds disgusting, and I would try it.
Wow! Can you imagine? Johnny Carson. That's what it was.
That's what he. Okay, yeah, she mentioned it.
Yep.
He says because he sat down on Johnny Carson. She's like, "Oh, rough night," or she said something about you're awfully optimistic today. I thought he was just naming somebody, talking to her.
According to the interwebs, Alka-Seltzer is really good to add to your drinks to give it a nice fizz.
Oh, carbonate it.
Yeah, it'll automatically carbonate your beverage. So there you go. If you want a Johnny Carson, it's a whiskey with Alka-Seltzer.
There you go.
I gotta try that sometime just to see. I'm gonna go to the.
Next time I'm over at your place when we're playing games, you need to mix us some of those. That other one you were doing, the one with the egg.
Oh no! Scrambled egg, whiskey, and triple shot of espresso.
Oh, is it scrambled? Is it not a raw egg?
It said scrambled egg infused. I don't know what that means.
I mean, party time.
I don't know what that means.
I
don't know what it means.
I heard a comedian saying that he had a beer with a raw egg in it. I guess that's like a German thing. But I guess it makes your farts just disgusting.
But now you bring up that Crack of Dawn. If it's scrambled egg infused, so do you are you just swallowing chunks as you drink this? Like, are the scrambled eggs just floating around, or how?
Or do you make scrambled eggs and pour this stuff over the top of it, and it's like soaks it in?
Ooh, so you're scrambling the eggs like some people pour milk, but if you pour whiskey and then Alka-Seltzer in there, and then triple shot of espresso, just keep mixing it up, and then it's just you just slurp up that slimy egg.
Absolutely, just disgusting.
I think we found a new challenge. Remember when remember way back in season 2 or 3 when we talked about doing random things in the middle of the week?
Yeah, then COVID hit hard and we never really actually did anything.
Sir, we are lazy and would have never got together anyway.
I've got COVID to fall back on.
We'll blame COVID. We'll blame COVID.
So, what do you want to watch next?
Ooh, excellent!
We're on a roll. I have no idea.
I have not even looked up. We need to find another random Christmas movie on a free streaming platform. I honestly don't know. Let's see here. You can always go with a classic like Muppet Christmas Carol. We haven't done that one yet. That's a classic. That's on Disney? Look up IMDb's best Christmas movies for kids and families. The Simpsons. There's an episode of The Simpsons which is ranked the number 2 Christmas movie for kids and family.
That's Simpsons stuff.
That's not even a movie. It's a TV show.
Yeah, I know.
So, that's weird. We did Miracle on 34th. We've done Grinch. Mickey's Christmas Carol. I would say if we're going to do a Christmas Carol, we do Muppets. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We've done Scrooged. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Once again, if we're going to do a Christmas Carol, I say Muppet.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. No, that's lame. Of course, we've got the classics, Rudolph and Frosty.
I think I know which one we're going to do.
The Santa Claus. What are we doing?
The wife mentioned this one the other day. This is an actual retro movie. We're going back old school. Let's watch Arnold Schwarzenegger's Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
It's on.
Definitely.
It's on Tubi.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Got old Sinbad, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Phil Hartman.
Do it. What is it on the Netflix?
It's on Tubi.
Oh, okay. Tubi.
It shows you can watch it free on YouTube.
Ooh,
because YouTube actually has ad infused movies. So
okay. Look, Gremlins is ranked number 26.
In Christmas movies?
Do you consider Gremlins a Christmas movie?
No. I think it happens near Christmas. I would rank it right beside Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
Jingle All the Way is ranked number 37.
Yeah, they suck.
Didn't we talk about Babes in Toyland at one point?
I think it had been mentioned, yes.
That's ranked number 38. There are so many Christmas carols. You know, Patrick Stewart was in a 1999 Christmas Carol TV movie.
That's about right.
Ooh, Ernest Saves Christmas, ranked number 47.
That's a good one too. That would have been. That could have also. We need to do.
No, we get another. Oh no, we don't get another. Oh, can we do another one?
We
can do whatever we want. We're boss. That's an old movie anyway. That's 1988.
I mean,
we got one more. $28.2 million.
We got one more December movie. Because technically, because next Friday's Christmas Eve. So we still got two more December movies to do. Because more than likely we'll record a day early next week.
I think so, yeah.
So we'll be able to do one more movie after that. That's Christmas. We may even, our first episode in December or in January, we may be reviewing our last Christmas movie. Because why not? We're in charge around here.
Yeah, exactly. It's our show. We could do Christmas this whole season if we wanted. I mean, I'm looking at all these movies. We could do a whole season where we just review Christmas movies. Wouldn't even be a thing.
Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas shows to be on Amazon. It's a Prime.
Free Prime?
That
or
says
rent
free.
On Prime?
It says free.
Uh-oh. That might be the next one we do.
It says Disney Plus subscription, too.
I don't know about that one.
I'll look it over real quick. But
you can watch it. Yeah, there's a lot of places. You can watch it free on IMDb.
Nice.
So, you can. That could definitely be a movie. We can find that anywhere.
We might do that
one. What? Hold on. You said Jingle All the Way,
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. That's what we're doing this week. I think we could do Ernest next week. Yeah. Yeah, I love doing it.
Disney Plus has Ernest Saves Christmas.
That is fantastic. Love it.
So.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
I did, but I'm not going to because I can't remember. So I'm not even going to try. Right. But I might just keep talking until I figure it out. Hold on. Nope, I'm not going to. I listened to that band that you brought up, Orion's Rain.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I loved it. And then my phone started playing artists like it.
Oh yeah.
And there was a band that popped up, and gosh, they were so good. You would have loved them. And it was one of those things where I just couldn't get to them. It's like, I don't remember if they're called Metaverse or something, but they were also doing like a metal version of Christmas songs, and like they were like old school 80s hair band metal. It was just like, oh, it was so good. Like the voice I think it had a man and a woman.
Was it Metal Church?
It could have been, maybe.
So I
just don't recall.
But I don't recall. I don't know if they have any Christmas
it was like the guy singing sounded like he was like an old man, but he was like belting out some of those like early 80s like high pitched yelling vibrato, like it was intense. Oh man, Travis would love this right now. And I lost. I'll find him again, and maybe we'll. I don't know.
Shows a band called Majesty is like them. Mystic
Ooh,
Prophecy. I'm just looking up bands that are
Right.
I don't know.
Gotta see.
Haven't really
What they
been
have
hitting the
here?
Christmas music all that heavily this year.
No, I haven't either.
So
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
all right. Well, for you folks watching, listening, and ignoring us,
Yeah.
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, please do. Hit that bell.
And
I need to hit that bell.
Smack
I'm going
it.
to log on right now and hit that bell so hard because I don't even know when our shows release.
Hey,
It's
mine.
embarrassing.
I get notifications, sir. Notifications all day, or just once a week when we actually drop the episode. But that's all I've got for this week.
Sweet.
We will see
Thanks,
you
Pete.
guys
Sweet.
next time.
Peace.